Hey everybody, welcome to Bricks and Bits episode 99. We're getting there, although we're going to go back in time next week, so next week won't be episode 100, so just don't get your hopes up for that, I'm sorry. Although if you have suggestions for episode 100, you have some big ideas that you got to see us do, you can always let us know. Speaking of suggestions, I, once again, did not read the comments for the last episode. Oops, not my fault. It is my fault. And we have our special guest this week, Jason, aka Charm City Brick, part of Charm City Lug. How's it going, Jason?
Hey, great. How are you guys doing?
Very good. I love your picture. Well, I guess they can't see your picture. Your picture is of your. Is that the build from last year? That the viewers can see. No one.
Yes, it's my Brick Fair, Virginia build from last year.
Okay, I thought I recognized it. Is that the one you wanted to let me get inside of? Or is that
Yes.
a different? Oh, that's a shame
Oh,
that
no, no,
didn't
no.
happen.
That was, it was a friend's one that I wanted you to get inside of.
Right.
That sounds weird.
Yeah, yeah, it does sound. Take that out of context. Of course, joined by Greg, aka brickitect.
Yeah, I'm actually going to speak this week. Last week I sat there without saying a word the entire episode, and I'm here now. So we're doing it.
And then we have Just Too Good, aka the Bugman, Justin.
Heck yeah, what's up? How's it going?
Gotta hype it up. I guess we're just never
like
gonna
the
change your
hype.
picture. I keep looking at it and I'm like, oh, we're supposed to change it, but oh well. Not a big deal.
Well.
Anyway, this week we have quite a bit to talk about. We have the LAN results. They are in. A Monkie Kid mini wave. I kind of want to touch on the statue. Oh, I didn't send this to you, Jason. I'm really sorry. All right, Jason, in the chat here, I'm going to give you a link for a Google Doc, which is going to have everything that we're going to talk about in a list here, just so you know. And then also, we'll talk about the Charm City Lug and Jason's kind of introduction to lugs, because I'm kind of curious how you got into it. All right, there you go. Anyway, Jason, if you want to tell people and give like a, I don't know, 60-second synopsis of who you are and what you do, I think that'd be a pretty good introduction, just so people have a base of knowledge.
I'm just your everyday run-of-the-mill AFOL. I enjoy building. I've been building since, for 30-some years.
Sheesh.
And I like going to conventions, and I'm a member of Charm City Lug. So that's about it.
Yeah, that's pretty fair. I think your run-of-the-mill AFOL is pretty spot on. He's just like literally perfect description. I wish you guys had come to Brick Fair, Virginia. You could have met him last year, but oh well. Greg had to go on another trip.
Sorry.
I
Justin's
literally passed
busy
right by
hiding
while you
his
guys were there, but I
mask.
was like, well, I could go here or I could go to the beach. So
The beach.
Decision
I'm
made.
10 minutes from the beach. I got a beach anytime. Screw the beach.
wow. Shots fired.
So I kind of have a curious question for you. I think this might be interesting for a lot of people watching, because I think a lot of people watching may not be super familiar with lugs, and of course Greg and Justin and I are not part of any lug. What are the benefits to being in a lug for you? Like, especially as an AFOL and a builder, what do you get out of it?
I think there's a lot of different things that you get out of it, but I think the biggest thing is just like a sense of community. I mean, I'm people that I met in the LEGO community years ago, I'm still really, really good friends with. A lot of people, I mean, they're almost like family anymore. So you just really get to know people, and it's kind of like a shared hobby, especially whenever you become an adult. There's not a whole lot out there that, I mean, whenever you're talking to your friends and everything, you're like, oh yeah, I build with Lego, and I've got a massive Lego collection, and my entire basement is full of Lego, and I have a storage container full of Lego, and it's just people kind of look at you kind of weird. So that's kind of like, I would say the community is the biggest return from a lug. Now, there used to be lots of great benefits from Lego for being in a lug. They, over the past couple years, they've really scaled back on what kind of support they are. I think that's kind of what led into our conversation, is kind of my theory on where lugs are going. And I kind of think it's also in you guys' wheelhouse too, with like the fan sites and just, for what you guys do.
Right. Yeah, it's because the lug and the fan thing, like the recognized fan media, is kind of lumped into one as far as like the Lego site is concerned for all of that stuff. So yeah, it definitely is kind of one and the same as far as Lego's concerned, I feel like, but still, like, they offer different things to different people who do different things. I like the community thing. I think that's a big thing. Like, I think the biggest thing, though, outside of that is I live in a pretty populated area, and I couldn't tell you where the closest lug is. It might be 2 hours away or something. Like, You live in Maryland, right? So, or just come again. Sorry, you cut out for me.
Yeah, I live right in Maryland.
Yeah, so like you live in a pretty populated area, and you have a. I mean, how far is like your lug like centered from you?
So I'm kind of the exception here because where we meet is roughly like less than 10 minutes from my house.
That is very fortunate. Greg, would you happen to know where your nearest lug is?
No idea.
The Amish don't have a lug down the street.
I mean, it's possible. I haven't been to it yet, though.
They don't advertise it on the internet.
Not
as it turns out, you have to go read the message for it.
Pennsylvania, you have Penn Lug, which is kind of on the Philadelphia side of the state, and then you have Steel City Lug, which is on the Pittsburgh side of the state.
I am right in the middle.
You get to pick. You pick one or the other.
Yeah, I mean, as long as I'm willing to drive 3 hours to get to one, I can pick either one. Sounds fantastic.
Actually, you don't have to pick anymore.
What do you mean?
Now, after LEGO last week sent a letter out, and basically there's only one in Pennsylvania now. One of them was derecognized.
Ooh.
Oh snap!
Bum. Now that doesn't mean. So I should say that that doesn't mean the lug can't still assemble and be a thing. It just is not a thing that LEGO is supporting directly.
That's the Avenger.
Yeah. So yeah, you'll want to go for the one that's 3 hours away that you get the cool stuff, the perks with, Greg.
Oh yeah.
It would be interesting if you were in a lug, I think, because I think you'd start building mocks. You'd be meeting all these people, because that's what most people in lugs do. I feel like most people.
Oh yeah, you get inspired. Like you're in there with a bunch of people, and you're like, oh man.
Yeah, you got to build. They'd make you set up a table in your basement just for a big layout. You'd have already done your boardwalk amusement park. I keep getting it confused.
Classic land, yeah.
Classic,
It'd already be a thing. Yeah.
It would be amazing. Justin, have you ever considered joining the lug in Florida? I know there's one near.
Well, there's one in I thought it was more northern Florida. You know,
I'm not sure. I know that they'll meet at the Lego store in Orlando for the what do you call it, the AFOL day or whatever, but I have not known much about them outside of that, and their website is notoriously out of date. At least the last time I checked. They do not keep it up. It would be
awesome, though, to be able to meet with all these people and find people with similar interests to you that live nearby. I think it'd be really, really cool, especially on YouTube.
Yeah.
When I was younger, I really wanted to start one, but as I got older, I lost interest, and I don't know. I feel like I don't want to, give out my location like that.
Yeah, fair enough. I mean, I feel like I've gotten a lot of messages recently in YouTube comments that are like, "Oh, I live there. I live right near Melbourne. I live in O'Galley or whatever." It's all real. I'm like, dude, I could start a lug at this point. I feel like there's enough nearby people. Plus, you have
it
Orlando.
Would just be a fan meetup at that point, dude.
Yeah, I get that's probably fair. But yeah, there's enough people near me that I feel like you could start a thing and do collaborations, and it could be fun. But yeah, it would maybe be a hassle. So I don't know how involved, because knowing Danny and him running Rebel Lug, I know there's a lot of work involved. How involved in running Charm City Lug are you, Jason?
I used to be very actively involved in running it. I was pretty responsible for all the planning, the builds, events. I kind of took a step back because I had done that for a couple years, and then we kind of rotate positions, and so let someone else deal with that for a while, because it's kind of a part-time job.
Yeah.
I mean, especially we have one of the larger lugs. We've got around, I'd say, 85, 90 members.
Damn.
And so coordinating multiple events throughout the year and just trying to okay, you members are going to do this, and those members are signed up to do that, and then just trying to get working with the events, and especially if it's big public events, because then you're trying to deal with their event planning person to make sure. The other thing is you say Lego, and an event planning person immediately thinks of a $20 set. They're not thinking on the scale of, oh well, the display that I'm bringing is probably valued at $150,000.
Wow. Yeah.
They have no, and then whenever you get there and you start setting up, you just see the eyes start popping. It's just blown away.
How big was your display last year? It was the size of it was you could basically fit it on the back of a flatbed 18-wheeler type of size.
So
Like
it
for the whole
was,
collab with the train layout? Like a lot of these train layouts get really big really
yeah.
fast.
So in our lug we break it up into basically it's kind of a square, but it's really in 5 sections. So we had like a Harry Potter area, which roughly was, I think, or it was like about 15 base plates across by about 30 base plates deep.
Right.
Then you go into like the whole like a bionicle section of just lug member bionicles, because the bionicle section is really crazy at Virginia. And then we go by large gray base plate for the city train area. So, and it was 12 large gray base plates across, and I want to say it was 48 long. So it was a really good size. And then you go to the Star Wars side of the table, and then the sci-fi.
Right. And that's, I mean, how many members contributed to last year's display?
I would say there was probably about 40 some.
That's
About
a,
half.
that's a lot to get together. Like
Yeah.
that's a lot of planning.
Then you have folks that are all into great ball contraptions. So you got about a dozen folks over there. Then and then like you had some over in the castle area.
Right. Have you ever I was going to ask Greg real quick if you've ever seen the Great Ball stuff.
No, not really.
Oh, that is a whole side of the Lego hobby you should totally
I
look
imagine
into.
it's pretty awesome. Yeah.
They basically make this bit, and for viewers watching as well don't know, that's why I brought it up. Like they basically make this giant display, like a Rube Goldberg machine.
Rube Goldberg.
Yeah, like that. There's a ball, but there's actually like 500 balls running at the same time, so you can pick up anywhere you want and just see them going through the thing. But like it's all these sections that people bring and build of, like, I don't know, a Ferris wheel and just a little ramp, or like a kicking mechanism that pushes the ball along, and they connect them all and the ball gets thrown along this entire like system that might be like 100 or 200 feet long. And
That's awesome.
It is ridiculous. I don't even know how they like plan out like how they're gonna connect them, because there's just so many.
So there's 2 rules. There's a beginning height and an ending height on where the ball comes into your contraption and releases.
Okay.
That's easy then.
Having some standardization helps. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. So anything in between the beginning and end, you can do whatever you want in your area. Like you can go as high as you want, make an elevator, and you can do anything, but it just has to begin and end at those 2 points.
I feel like I just found my next YouTube rabbit hole here.
Yes.
Watching these.
Yeah, they are pretty insane. You could do a section for that, Greg. Your first real mock.
Oh yeah.
I'm trying to get you in. I know you don't want to join the lug. It's 3 hours. Quite a commute, but you could just make a small section for Brick Fair.
It's funny you're the person that's trying to inspire me to make mocks. That's funny.
I think it'd work out for you.
Yeah.
You got to get into the AFOL community, as we'll talk about.
I do, apparently. Yeah.
But yeah, that's definitely crazy. Like the whole like getting so many people together is still insane to me. Like I've seen my friend Sean do like 12-person like Halo collab, and I thought that was insane. So like 40 people is just beyond my comprehension.
How close is a lug to being like a fight club? Like the first rule of the lug is you don't talk about the lug. Does that happen?
That's kind of, I mean, Lego actually kind of frowns upon talking about like perks of the lug. So, I mean, I don't think you can't talk about it, but they don't like you to talk about it because they don't want people coming in there for the perk.
Right.
Anymore, there's very little perks left. So now it's just basically you want to be a part of a group and a community, and that's about it.
You get lug bulk, which is essentially really cheap bulk Lego for your builds, which is really good for people that want to build really big stuff and not, break the bank. Not that it's not going to be expensive anyway, but yeah, that's definitely something is that the last real perk left?
That is the last real perk left. But even that though, Lego has offloaded onto another person. So
yeah,
what Lego so all of the lugs in basically North America will be filled by a bricklink seller in North America. So what they do, and like last year was the first year they did this, and it went to a German clink seller, one of the big stores. And basically, so Lego just shipped him all of these cases of parts. And because these big Bricklink stores, they actually have a better process than Lego does for getting parts out.
Right.
And they're more efficient. They're set up for it. They've been doing it for years. And Lego, for some reason, can't. They have pick a brick and they have bricks and pieces. They just, for some reason, can't figure it out. And I don't understand why. There's like almost always an issue.
I was gonna bring up though, like I wanted to know, and I'm sure a lot of people watching want to know, because we mentioned that there's only one perk left. What if you said like over the last 3 years or something they've taken away like one thing a year? What have they been chipping away at as far as like they've kind of have they ruined LUGS? Like
one of the things that they used to do is whenever you would go do an event, because basically when you're out there on your dime, right? You're paying for your gas, your time, not to mention you've spent like literally weeks or months preparing some of these builds.
yeah.
So, and then you usually spend a whole day. So you're going to take off work, especially if the event's on a Saturday. So you're going to take off a vacation day of work on Friday, go set this up. And you're going to go spend all day out there Saturday. Then you're going to spend all Saturday night tearing it down to get it back home. So it's a lot of work. And I don't think Lego realizes that for some reason. But anyway, one of the things they used to do is they would actually give boxes, like huge boxes of sets, sealed sets to LUGS and everything. And the LUGS could kind of do with what they did, or do what they wanted to do with them. And one of the things that they did was, if you're out there supporting Lego, and you would get a set, you would kind of get something for supporting and showcasing Lego and sponsoring Lego.
Right.
I mean, it's just like and it may be a $20 set or a $30 set. It's not a big thing. It was just kind of the principle behind it.
Yeah.
That rubbed, whenever they stopped doing that a couple years ago, that really rubbed a lot of people wrong.
Huh.
The other thing that they stopped doing a couple years ago was they would send us Lego, whenever, they're boxing sets, everything like that, they would have like spills, or they'd have extra parts of a certain part. So what they used to do is, we just called them parts bags. They would send you literally, it was almost like the size of a 5-gallon bucket. They're massive bags.
Damn.
Of just parts, random parts. But there may be like 1,000 of this one part in this bag. All one part. So if you're doing like some builds, like, sometimes we could take advantage of that. We built this huge gas train because there was all these blue slopes in there. It was perfect, and kind of the Charm City thing. Our colors are blue and white, so it worked out perfect for us. Another thing that we would do with all these random parts is we would make baggies of them, and we would distribute them to hospitals.
Oh yeah, that seems nice.
Kids to have something to play with and everything. And now the thing I like about that is they're clean. They're right from the factory. They're, no one's had their hands on them. They're not donated parts. We do get a lot of those, but then, especially now, no donations.
Right.
Those are like, get the hell away. So we're not taking anything. And I understand that. Totally get that. It was kind of like, that was like one of those other things that really just kind of like, oh, so now we can't even do this, like our outreach, and especially doing stuff with like school kids, like for STEM programs. That was like a big thing for them. We used a lot of those parts. That way we weren't having to bring stuff out of our personal collections, which we have to do now. Because, kids may decide to pick up some and take some home, and
you could lose a 2x4 here or there.
About it, but now they've got my brick.
Right. Fair enough.
Other than donated for a purpose.
Yeah. How is this, like, does this make more people in your LAN, like, have people left your LUG because of things like these being taken away, or have just, people just feel bad about it and move on?
I would say it's probably affected maybe a quarter of the folks, just not really participating in events.
Yeah.
They'll come for the community to hang out at our monthly meetings, and just or come to like barbecues if we have those and everything. But as far as going to events and investing time, that doesn't happen.
Yeah, that's a shame that it has kind of pushed some people away from it.
So something else they used to do is, if we were doing in the last year they stopped it, was was it last summer when the Arctic sets came out? Yeah. We were going to be doing this large Arctic because the Arctic sets came out. And so one of the things that we do with this in the past, whenever they would do like a new summer release of sets, you could go and you could put in and you could buy these sets at a 50% discount. So we would go buy, say, a bunch of Arctic sets and on a bunch of, put out a bunch of, white plates and everything and just have a big Arctic theme or
Right.
Arctic scene. Kind of showcase, hey, Lego just came out with this summer, so buy it and have fun. Actually, I think that was 2 years ago.
Can we do that? Like, we need to go back in time and have the File First Battle Pack at 50% off and do the temple march scene to promote the battle pack, of course.
That'd be perfect.
Because it needs promotion.
But right before we were getting ready to do that, and we were going to put in an order to get all these Arctic sets, all of a sudden Lego came out and said, "Oh, well, we're not doing that program anymore. The program's not going."
Yeah, that is a bummer.
All right. And the only thing that really did nothing for us. I mean, it allowed us to buy, each person to buy a couple sets at a 50% discount.
They're still making money on that, I guarantee you.
They are making money off of it. You're correct.
Their profit margins are bigger than that.
One of the things was, especially whenever the Lego store was at, Brick Fair, Virginia, it sold out like the first day. I don't know if you remember that. It sold out of almost everything the first day, and they had to bring in all those pallets.
Oh, at the store, in the Lego store the pop-up shop
that they put in the back corner.
Right. Yeah. 2 years ago, right?
Yes.
But then they didn't do the store last year.
It did not.
Do you know why?
Well, I heard that it was too much work.
Probably. They had a pop-up shop at Philly Brickfest saying the years you've been, Greg?
No.
They've never.
So yeah, they've done it at Brickworld Chicago too. So basically, either the local Lego store or Lego Discovery Center or whatever will bring a bunch of their stuff over and sell it there. That's the gist of it. And it's like the Lego store, but at the convention. Kind of cool. Got some good deals from that stuff before because they will have some good sales at the end or whatever. But
I remember at Star Wars Celebration they had that too.
They did have a pop-up store there too. Yes.
I remember they were selling some summer sets early or something like that.
Oh, the last Celebration, yes. I'm thinking about the one there. The one in Orlando. I don't remember seeing anything early, but then again, maybe I wasn't looking for it. Definitely,
yeah.
The most recent one, they were selling the Treehouse early, and then they sold the Tantive.
Yeah, that's right.
What that was.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, these ones are a little different. I feel like because they're literally this. I don't know. Maybe they're run by the same people, but I feel like they're a little different with the way they're run, especially if it's a con where they have the exclusive set for that convention. But I don't know how it all works for sure.
Yeah, so the one in Virginia and Chicago were basically it's ran out of Enfield, Connecticut. But all the workers are from local Legos.
Right. Yeah, the pop-up shops, maybe they're done. I don't know. I always liked having them at the convention, though, both for, the people that are there, as, I forget the exhibitors, and the people that are actually there from the public that can, more so to keep the vendors in check. Because the vendors at conventions, while there are often really good deals, and I always buy a ton of stuff because they're just, it's just good stuff, and it's, there in front of you, and it's good for fair prices. But some of the vendors... very much out of their mind. Yeah. Not fans of all that stuff a lot of the time from what I remember. Yeah. Just a lot of bad stuff. I don't know about Philly Brickfest because I haven't been to that one. I don't know what you guys have seen there, but Brick Fair, Virginia, I would say especially has had some pretty rough years with that from my memory. But
I would agree with that.
Yeah,
Philly's like that as well. It's kind of like one of those things where they know that the kids are going to be there with their parents, and the parents are going to be like, "Okay, I'll get you something," and
it's
for it.
The best impulse buy in the world.
Right. Yeah. Maybe I can get a sign next time and just stand around with the sign and be like, "Hey, you can buy these cheaper at the Lego store." That would be really funny. Oh man, I'll keep that one in mind. Actually, I might actually do that. We'll see. Remind me, Jason, if you next Brick Fair. That'd be funny. Anyway, do you guys want to move on to the Lego Ambassador Network results?
Not really.
Ooh.
Justin doesn't know, does he?
I don't know crap.
Okay. We'll go through first. Ash and Flash, we have no word on, so I don't know the results of that yet. Or he said there are no results for him yet. Bricktsar today was denied. So bricktsar did not make it in, unfortunately. I'm hoping he'll make a video about it because I'm very curious what he thinks about it. So we'll see if that comes to fruition. I would assume it would, or maybe on his.
He released a video a couple minutes ago.
Oh, already?
Okay.
I'm sitting here recording, so not on YouTube yet. But I will look for that. If you guys want to check out Bricktsar's thoughts, maybe there's a video on it already because we do record these a few days in advance anyway. But yeah, and finally, drum roll please, brickitect.
Denied.
Wait, what? Oh no! What happened?
Should I give everyone like the full story?
I want the full story. Yeah, I would love the.
So let's go back to I guess the beginning of 2019. I do this podcast with these two guys, and they encourage me to apply.
Get a name drop.
Just Too Good and M&R Productions.
Oh, okay.
One of which was in the LAN, one wasn't, but it was actively seeking membership. They tell me I should apply, so I'm like, yeah, I should apply. I applied. I was in June of 2019 declined. I came on to said podcast afterwards saying that the LAN is dead to me because they declined me on using a minifigure in my logo, which I don't know about some other LAN members, but they seem to do that as well. And I also declined because I wasn't known in the LEGO community with, at the time, having like 50,000 subscribers or something like that.
And being part of the biggest LEGO podcast, just saying.
Yes, so
I don't know what.
Reasons,
yeah,
so they say they declined you because they don't know who you are.
That was the first time, right? Okay, so I come on to this podcast. I say the LAN's dead to me, and I get an email from Kim, who is the head LAN guy, and he invited me to reapply in September. I sent him an email back saying that I'm only going to reapply if he could guarantee my approval. Otherwise, I'm not going to bother. He sends me an email back saying that with the 70,000 subscribers I had at the time and the fact that I was in compliance now without having the minifig in my logo, I took that out. He doesn't see any issues with me getting approved.
Can I
fast forward? Kim, R.I.P. Kim. We don't know what happened.
Yeah, he's still gone. Don't know. We should have on the podcast for a tell-all.
Right. So
need to know.
In the time that Kim leaves, 10 months pass by. So we go from September to July, September 2019 to July 2020. I finally get an answer back, and the answer is no again. And the reason is, this time, it says, in your case, our recommendation would be to establish yourself among the AFOL community. Well, what you do by featuring your child is different from most users, because in my application, I focused on that. I said, I do this with my son, and we show like the whole experience of owning a Lego set from, getting the haul to building it to playing with it, like what most families do with Lego sets and like the whole entire encompassing thing of enjoying Lego. They said, while what you do with your child is different from most users, it's not necessarily what AFOLs are looking to see or participate with. And that got me a little fired up because I went and checked my demographics, which I don't do that often, but I went in and checked. And at least according to YouTube, which, obviously people can lie about their age, but 94.5% of my audience is 18 or older, according to that. Last month, I had 2.2 million views. So if you did the math on that, that would be 2 million views of would be adult fans of Lego most likely watching. So it's tough to swallow that. So I sent an email back basically citing those figures, and they stuck to their guns. There was no coming back from it, apparently. They invited me to reapply, but I don't intend to do that.
Third time's a charm.
What I think happened, and this is just me speculating, but What I think happened is that someone from LAN basically came over to my channel. They saw that I make videos with my son because we're in the thumbnails quite often together. And I think they thought I was like a Ryan's Toy Review channel where it was like meant for 3-year-olds without actually watching the content. And again, I can't say this for sure. They may have watched every single video that I've ever made and still made this decision. But I feel like they didn't do the due diligence. They sent me essentially a giant form letter, the same one that I got a year ago when I got declined, with that one sentence in it. And that was it. So now the LAN is officially dead to me. I never plan to reapply again.
6 feet under?
Yeah.
Damn. I don't blame. I would.
Like, to me, this is their loss. Like, there would have been a lot of marketing that I could have potentially done for them from a whole new perspective. But if that's not what they want, it's not what they want. And like,
it
I
is
don't say
appalling
any of
to me.
this like they owe me anything at all, because they don't. They don't owe me anything.
Yeah, because that's going to be the counter argument in the comment section. They'll be
They
like,
don't.
They
They
don't
don't
do anything. It's like, well, that's not the point.
This is their house. They don't have to have me accepted by any means. Like, they have 100% right to say no. I just don't necessarily agree with their decision, but obviously I'm very biased on this. You know?
Right.
So that's my piece on it. That's my everything that happened up until this point. And I'm curious to see what you guys think of it.
Damn, what a
I
story.
have a question for you, Greg.
Yeah.
Is there a way to tell like the different viewership, like say from your viewers, like are your viewers like sure they are adults, but are they families? Then versus
That you don't know.
okay.
I will say this: I probably have a much higher female viewership than most of you guys that are in the land.
Well, why? Because of your good looks?
Because it's because of Clark mostly. I would say.
Okay, that was a joke, but yeah. I wouldn't know.
Yeah.
I have
Mine's
no
like,
idea.
I think 30. I checked that too. It was like 30-some%.
Mine is definitely not that high.
Yeah.
Mine would be like 5% or something. I mean, at that, I doubt it's even that high. But
But according to the LAN, what I'm doing isn't necessarily what they're looking for.
I wonder what they are looking for. Because
They're looking
to
for,
me, both. Sorry, Jason, go ahead. Can you say that again?
All they ever do is say like they're all about the families. I mean, that's like one of the big. That's their marketing push. Up until now, like by hearing them like make a comment of like, well, you need to get more in touch with the AFOL community. That's a first heard. Because the only thing we've ever heard on LUGS is, well, you know, we really don't care about the AFOL community. And if you remember Kim, he was at Brick Fair, Virginia a couple years ago and gave a talk on this.
Yeah.
He was like, and I actually asked that question, you know, why does LEGO not care about the AFOL community? And he said, honestly, you're less than 5% of our business. I'm sorry.
But the LAN, apparently, it's 100%.
Oh, and see, that's why I was kind of shocked whenever you said that.
Yeah.
The
I think if Kim was
contradiction.
if Kim was still the guy, I have no doubt that I would be in it right now, because Kim actually knew us. He was like, he seemed to be a part of the community. He listened or watched the Bricks and Bits. Like, that's how he knew about my situation.
You say that, and it's very real because he came from the community. I went back. I've probably brought this up before, but I was digging through like Eurobricks posts, and that's a like Lego Star Wars forum from like 2005, and there he is. He's on the post. He came from this.
Yeah.
So obviously different media, but this is what he came from.
There, and then like I remember when he was promoted to the position he was at, and it was like he had to leave the forum basically, and I was like, oh, crud, like that's interesting.
Yeah, I don't understand the getting in touch with the AFOL community. I feel like you're already pretty in touch with the AFOL community. I don't know. It's bamboozling to me to a degree I will never be able to understand. But to me, from the outside looking in, and both from the inside looking in, I guess, because I'm in the LAN, the way to get in the LAN is to just start a website, Greg. That's my advice. Like, literally start a website and just upload news to your website. Make it look kind of fancy, have a logo. And like that's to me like the near guarantee way to do it, because they don't seem to care that much about the YouTube side of things. It's more of the websites. That's
I feel
my
like you
takeaway.
guys as YouTubers get very little respect when it comes to being in the LAN to begin with. And like my whole philosophy is, again, this is their decision to make, and this is just my opinion. But like, even if it was 2 million kids watching my videos a month, wouldn't you love to be in front of those kids who are going to their parents and telling them they want to buy that set that they just saw?
Right, yeah, what does it matter who's watching?
I don't know. I mean, it's hard to say, but that's my piece on it. I'm probably going to make a video just explaining my experience on this. It'll probably be out before now. I'm not going to get aggravated about it. I'm just going to explain the course of events that led to this, and like kind of like the back and forth nature of how this all went down, and just how it doesn't make sense to me. But again, it's like complaining about YouTube. You have two choices. You can either take it or leave it, and that's kind of where it is.
I forgot what I was gonna say. Oh yeah, I was gonna say the Kim Thompson-less LAN, and I guess I don't know anything but a Kim Thompson-less LAN, but it's not been great. I've documented my displeasures pretty well on the channel over the last year, and I don't know if Kim Thompson's exclusion from the LAN at this point had any yeah, like you said, you think you'd be in if he was there. I agree. I think a lot of things would have gone differently over the last year had he been there. But I mean, I don't know how much influence he really would have. So it's hard to say. But from my perspective, Kim Thompson having left the LAN and there being no, I don't know who the guy is. Like, I should say
His
that.
name is Jordan Paxton.
Oh, okay. Then I know who the guy is. But that's, I don't know. It's just,
Can I make a comment on that?
yeah.
If Jordan Paxton gets too comfortable with AFOLs, he'll be gone.
What do you mean?
If you look at the past 3 people that's been leading the AFOL community, they've all kind of left, kind of in mysterious ways, in kind of secretive ways, and like, before Kim. Anyway, I'm just...
Well, okay, so you say, actually, I have a great conspiracy for you may have never heard. My conspiracy for Kim Thompson being removed as head LAN man is that you say too comfortable with the AFOLs, right? I think he was friends with some people, and he shared some things a little early, and like essentially, and then they leaked them, and that was that. Like, I think that's what happened. No one said anything about what's happened, but that's my conspiracy to that point, is that happened. He got, I guess, too comfortable would be a fair way to put it, and that
Well, you have
down.
some more evidence than that,
Well, yeah, it's the whole Star Destroyer thing.
Yeah.
That's my conspiracy. I can't prove it. I don't know for sure.
Yeah,
for certain.
to be clear, you're speculating. Like,
There
that's
was a
not
lot of connections I made with that, looking at who follows who, and I was like, that's
Yeah.
like an odd person for him to... it just made sense to me, but that's from a conspirator's... I mean, I own LegoConspiracies.com, so you take that for what it's worth. Speaking of, Greg, we can go in on that, and then we can get that in LAN, and that's your way in.
LegoConspiracies.com. I'm
I think
sure
they
will
let
help
that
out.
in. Actually, I forgot. That is not a great great name to have to be walking in the door with, I guess.
I think I'll make a site called like AFOL Paradise or something like that. And it's just a place for AFOLs. I'm going to make it 18 plus. There's going to be images on there that kids can't even see without clicking the button. And then it'll be very clear that it's for adults. But on a serious note, I'd like to hear what Justin thinks about not only my situation, but LAN in general.
Yeah, okay, well,
Oh my God.
Your situation, I mean, it's weird that they said you have to be more in touch with the AFOL community or whatever the heck. And the reasons they gave before were already disproven, because when they put me on, I have, minifigure as my profile picture and stuff like that. So at this point, I mean, I don't blame you for not reapplying, because it just seems like they don't want you in.
It seems that way.
Yeah.
What Kim explained to me was that they don't even look at your application if you have any kind of Lego properties in your imagery. That's just the end of it, because it shows that you didn't follow their rules, which, okay, fair enough. So I thought fixing that, okay, it's a shoo-in, because everything since then has just been going up and up. And if it was a matter of not having enough subscribers or whatever the case is, every month that went by in the 10 months I waited for my decision, which is like a whole nother thing. It just got better and better. So I was like, this is a no-brainer. Ryan thought it was a no-brainer. And then to find out that actually no. Mm-hmm. And it could just be a change of philosophy. Like, this Jordan guy may just feel different, but I feel like maybe they didn't do the proper research to find out what my channel actually is.
Right.
Yeah.
And I don't know. They let in a lot of stuff that's overlap, especially with the websites. And I feel like you, more than a lot of people, are not overlap with the content you make. So it just really surprised. I was pissed off for you the other night when you told me. I was just like, what the... I just still cannot believe it. I was positive. I was probably on this podcast months ago being like, yeah, it's done. Done deal. It's happening. Book it, right? I don't know. I don't know what to think about it at this point. I will say, your AFOL Paradise website domain is available, and you should really consider getting it, because I think that is absolutely hilarious.
How about AFOLs only? Instead of family, AFOLs only. And I'll do special shows there for just adult fans of Lego.
You should really get one of those domains. So that's too funny to not put the $13 in on Google Domains.
I will do it, and I will reapply for the LAN from AFOLs only.
Do instead of Greg, just change out your... People will change out the first letter if they're instead of LeBron James, they'll do Jabron Lames. Do that with your name.
Oh my
That's
this
how you should apply.
For making a video on for my for the AFOLs that want to watch it, even though there's none.
Yes.
The kids are gonna love it.
That is such a shame, though. You and bricktsar both like. It's like, what are we?
But here's the deal, dude. Like, my life is gonna be no different. It was no different today when I woke up. It's gonna be no different tomorrow. It would have been cool. Everybody loves free Lego sets. I certainly would, but my life will go on. I've got a lot of people supporting me here on YouTube and through Patreon. Like, we're fine. We're doing okay.
In my experience, it has been a lot more trouble than I think it's worth, and
I was telling my wife about your situation. I was like, yeah, he runs into this situation with LAN. After I told her I was declined, I was like, he runs a situation where they supposedly are sending him stuff, but it comes later than what he could go get it. And when you're running a business trying to be one of the premier
it's not
people,
even I wouldn't even say it's about the running a business thing. It's just like you're providing a review copy. Why are the review copies not showing up before they, like, Apple sends out review copies. They show up a week before the stores get them. Call of Duty sends out review copies. They show up a week before you can buy them. Why is it not the same? It just doesn't make sense to me, because I look at these other places or other, like, I don't know, segments in the internet, and like it's just a very vastly different thing versus Lego. Although I guess if you get Lego Mario, they'll show up 8 weeks early and everything just is perfect. So it's not a you thing, Justin. It's just that's my perspective, and the Mario people have been spoiled beyond belief to me. It's insane. But
I have very limited experience with people that are in LAN, but from your experience, it seems like Lego is a really bad partner to work with, just based on your experience. I don't know about Justin's experience, because he wouldn't say a bad thing about Lego if someone held a gun to his head. But
I never.
We can put that to the test.
I mean,
you want to try it out, Justin? I'll get my airsoft gun.
It's just funny how in the comments everybody's like, "You're too harsh on Lego," and then you guys are like, "I don't say anything too." No, I don't know what I am. I don't know if I'm too harsh or if I'm too easy. I don't know. I just don't know.
Anytime Ryan says anything, you're like, "Oh, they're good people." You know, it's like,
I'm sure they are good people, but
I know, but
I don't think they do a great job.
I like to hear Justin say one honest opinion that's negative towards the LAN or Lego. I would love for that.
I could say a lot negative towards
they
Lego.
smell bad.
And the LAN, the LAN I was complaining about when they screwed over my Series 19. That was
this is true. Justin actually did a rather long, drawn out post maybe a few months ago.
And that was the Mario one. Oh yeah.
Negative.
Oh, I forgot about that was a separate one. Yeah, trust me.
That is true. Yes.
I've said it, man. I've said it.
I want to see the edgy just too good. That's what
I can maybe provide you with a copy of this post.
Yeah. You definily read it, dude. I got kind of pissed there, but you know.
Yeah, I'll have to dig through it.
I'm just happy because but I'm sad that they're screwing people I like over, but I'm happy that my Mario thing's coming Friday. Let's hope it does.
Well, I'm glad it shows that they can bring stuff on time when they want to, or to people they care to.
Is Justin like a higher level though? Because like he gets.
I'm literally not.
There's two levels. Level. 1 and 2. Yeah. That's it.
It's so weird though. Like Ryan seems.
It has nothing to do with levels. Over. It's just random and.
It's random. Yeah. They are doing an especially good job with Mario. I think because it's like their big second half of the year launch. So maybe
it'd be cool if they did a great job with the First Battle Packs. It's
I know
the biggest
interview.
Thing.
We talked about
that one interview, Ryan.
What interview?
Exactly.
Yeah, the interview, the exclusive interview.
I will say I had to reach out and specifically ask to do, unlike other sites apparently. I had to reach out and I asked. I'm hoping that it gets approved. It's not approved to this point, but I basically want to do, and I think this would be really freaking cool to do every year. That's why I've named it the way I have, but I've titled it, and I don't know if it's going to be a video or a live stream. I want to do a live stream, but I also think it would do really well as a video series as well. But the state of LEGO Star Wars in 2020. And I want to get on there, and I want to ask the designers the real questions people want to hear answers to. I don't want to do the BS like, oh, how were you inspired to design this set? Or what's your favorite LEGO set you've ever designed? Like, no. Why is the Anakin Skywalker the Mustafar version? People want to know. Tell us. That's what people need to know answers to. That's the stuff people care about. I don't want to do this like I want the interview to be a little bit hard for them. I think that's fair. I think it'd be very fun. It'd be a very good conversation. I just want to talk about LEGO Star Wars with them, to be honest. Like that's what I want to do. I think it'd be so much fun.
Yeah, for sure.
For like an hour or something. I don't know.
One thing I think that's laughable whenever you ask, like, oh, what inspired you on building this, the new Star Destroyer? The Star Destroyer? I mean, right?
Yeah.
Like the Star Destroyer and getting a paycheck.
Yeah. Mr. Krabs, money.
Job, and the Star Destroyer has been around for 40 years, so.
Yeah, the Star Destroyer, it turns out, is pretty cool, so we decided we'd build another one. Like, it's pretty straightforward. Speaking of the Star Destroyer, I found a 1,200-piece, $700 Star Destroyer mock on eBay. I'm considering buying it. I just wanted to put that out there. I might make a video called, like, I bought the most expensive and biggest fake Lego set I could.
Wait, real talk. Are you done not buying Lego? Because I missed that one update or whatever.
I don't know what I'm doing. I'm trying to buy less Lego, but I've bought some things,
Yeah,
both out of necessity
Come on.
and like too good of a deal to pass up type of thing. So I don't know.
You tried cold turkey and it just didn't work.
So I'll say this, actually, going back to the LAN topic, I was having quite a night the other night, and because David was on his live stream, and he's like, yeah, my Lego Star Wars summer sets are already on the way, and I heard that and I was like, excuse me, what?
Oh shoot.
And so I texted David, I'm like, yo, so I heard you say this, like, what's up?
Oh shoot.
And so I text him, and he's like, oh, no, that's not quite the case. They have already sent me the review offer or whatever, and they said they'll be there sometime in July. So it wasn't, like, it's not like they've shipped yet, but he got a review offer, I would assume at some point in June, and at that point, when I was having that conversation with him, I had not gotten a review offer, and the way I understand that review offers worked is that they would send them all out at the same time to the people that were going to receive them. Is that what you understood, Justin?
I think so, yeah.
That is either not the case, or I was a very special case that got one very late. So basically I spent 3 hours contemplating if I was ready to leave LAN on the spot. Not that I'm already pretty much on the edge, but like I thought I wasn't going to get a Star Wars summer review offer, and then at 2 a.m. they sent me one, like the same night. And I'm like, do they have my mic my room mic'd up or something? Like, this is sketch. This is really
Doesn't that
sketch
seem
timing.
odd to you, like, a lot? That you're, like, the Star Wars review guy, and you may be, like, it's almost like there's the guy was sitting at his desk, and he's like, did I forget anybody? There's got to be somebody that wasn't on my list.
I don't even know.
Ryan. I got to get that out to him.
It's
so weird. I feel like they're just messing with you, dude. Honestly.
I think they're having a grand old laugh. I'm sure.
Yeah.
It's a good
They're
comedy
like, remember that
show.
guy that we used to hate, and we still do? We got him in the LAN, now we're going to mess with him a little bit.
I got to think. I'll tell y'all privately after this. I'll put that in there for after. Actually, yeah, that one. I did the other LAN thing. So they do this survey on the LAN. Did you take that, Justin?
Thought I did,
survey?
but I might not have. Because it was the same one that's been up since May, right?
I don't. Yeah, probably. I think it ended
If
like a
it's
few
that
weeks,
one, then
like a week ago.
Then I did take it.
Okay.
But if
Yeah,
it
I took the survey, and they were like, "How likely would you be to recommend this to someone else?" And I literally put 1 out of 10. Like
Holy
why?
crap, dude.
Like, why would I recommend From my perspective, I've had a very poor experience. Although the commenters will tell me you can't complain because it's free, but like it's other than the most recent Star Wars, like what do you want to call? Oh, that's a nice bird outside. It's a red bird. I forget what the cardinal. But like the most recent Star Wars, what do you call it? I don't know what you call it. Press release, like. Sets are showing up late, I'm buying duplicates, and then I end up with one that I can't sell because the LAN sent it to me. Like, I'm not going to sell that. That's, you're not allowed to. Although other people are doing that, I found out, so I guess that's allowed. And so, like, I'm going to, I guess, give them away at some point, but, like, it's just creating a lot of hassle for me that doesn't need to be there at this point. I don't know. I gave it a 1 out of 10, though, and I told him what I thought, so hopefully things change, but we'll see. I don't know. We'll see how much longer it lasts. Let's talk about Monkey Kid.
I like that transition.
What's better, LAN or Monkey Kid?
Do we have to ask the question?
I mean, yeah, it's
Monkey Kid.
So, Monkey Kid.
3 new sets. Is anyone buying any of these?
I mean, I guess I will because I have all the other ones, but I will say I'm pretty disappointed by this wave.
It's like a mini wave. That's what I kind of looked at it as. It's not a full fleshed out thing.
Yeah, but none of the sets interest me, which sucks because usually I like play sets, and this is like the big bull play set.
Right.
I watched like 30 seconds of Justin's video, and I was like, nope, I'm out. Not because of the video, just because the sets suck.
Damn.
So you don't like any? Yeah, I mean, I don't blame you.
I don't
Yeah.
I don't love the Roadster, but like the other two are fine. I don't know. I mean, I probably won't buy them ultimately, but I especially think the Flaming Foundry is a killer set if you're 7 years old. Unfortunately, I'm
What was the one
not
that was
7.
like $60 and it was like 300 pieces? Which one was that?
The Sandy Speedboat.
I could be exaggerating all kinds of numbers here, but
It's 60
No,
bucks,
that's it.
394 pieces. I got it up.
okay. Yeah.
But it comes with the big fig. I mean, that's like 20 bucks right there.
Easily.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
that big fig.
And stickers.
I don't like how they have the same copy of the big fig in 3 different sets.
What
I
are
wish
they? They
had-
can't just change the mold. That's expensive.
I know. Well,
You want
facial
different. You want him to dye his
facial
beard?
facial expression.
Oh, his
that's
eyes.
all.
Yeah, you could do that.
Because he always has this angry look. Give me like a sincere look or something. I don't know.
Jason, you picking up any Monkey Kid, or have you to date?
I am not, and I am not.
That's my man.
Why is as an AFOL? Because the land needs to know more about AFOLs. Apparently, how as a run of the mill AFOL, self-proclaimed actually. What turns you off to Monkey Kid?
I think it's just the overabundance of themes. You get to the point where you're like, I have so much.
Right.
I got to pick and choose. Like even like Star Wars anymore. Like there for a while, I was kind of with you. I had like every Star Wars set, but now I've gotten really well. I haven't. The past couple of years has been easy just because I didn't like any of the sets. But you just got to be really picky about what you buy anymore. I mean, I hate to say this. The older you get, you just kind of run out of space unless you just want to keep building on.
Right. Yeah. I feel you with the space thing. You say they kind of have a lot of themes. It's weird because I actually thought about this today when I was on Lego.com because you go on Lego.com and when I go on Lego.com to like shop for things, I'll press the like theme pull down bar so you can select from the list of themes. It takes me like 30 seconds to find what I'm looking for because let me screen share this because there are like 40 themes now. Like it is actually pretty insane how many themes there are at this point. It wouldn't hurt to weed out a few. But I don't know what they would get rid of. Like Ninjago?
Oh.
I just got us 50 new dislikes. You guys are welcome. but like seriously, they have a lot now, for sure.
I they have a lot, but I don't see it as a problem at the rate that it's at right now. Like it's a lot, but it's not like too much. I feel like, and there's a nice variety for all different types of people.
Yeah,
so
that's.
I don't see a problem in them, scaling down. It'll just be me scaling down my money.
Right.
Oh, that's a good way of looking at it.
Yeah, that's it. Just spend less, I guess. Yeah. The
Yeah,
more the merrier. That's what I thought. Because, like, for example, collectible minifigures, Harry Potter has 22 figures. I was like, why don't they have 22 figures in all of the series after that? But
sure.
I mean, they made
The more the merrier.
Oh, I
Exactly.
just popped on YouTube real quick, and I see bricktsar's video is the first video on my recommendations. They know I want to watch it. They know I want to watch it.
I want to see what the rationale was for him.
I was going to your channel to find your Statue of Liberty video, though.
Brickstar's like the definition of AFOL. Like,
it doesn't make sense. It just,
are we going back to this again?
No, we gotta do a special. You and Brickstar should have done a collab video for that. That's what you should have done. That's a collaboration right there.
Honestly, like if it was between me and Brickstar, I think he should get in before I do. To be completely honest with you,
He's been around a lot longer.
He deserves it.
That's
for
a
sure.
fair thing.
I would give up my spot for Brickstar. You heard it here first.
The land.
The title of his video, Recognition, Who Am I?
Yeah. I'm going to watch that
I'm assuming
later.
that he got declined for not being known in the AFOL community, which my head just exploded if that's the case.
I don't know who he is, so,
I've never heard of the guy.
So
Yeah.
as someone that goes to a lot of conventions, and Lego's always talking about conventions and, having representation. Lego hardly ever has representation at conventions.
Right.
Unless you're at Chicago or Virginia or maybe XLA, like maybe one of the 4, and I'm just talking about like here in the United States, but maybe the top 3 or 4. After that, no, none.
Yeah. Yeah, they definitely only go to the big ones. And even at that, I would say there are times when, like, it's very minimal, like, their presence there.
Whenever Kim and them, and actually there were 3 of them at Virginia, and they were there the whole week.
Mm-hmm.
Which I've never ever seen that. I've never seen it again either.
Right.
It was like a one-off thing. It was crazy.
I feel like we're at a point right now where we need to find a way to get Kim on this podcast.
I can send him I'll ask.
I don't know if we would get like the real
him on
deal.
episode
I'd love to
100.
hear from him at least.
Well, we have an episode 100 planned.
Oh crap! All right, wrong one.
Well, anyway, yeah, I can inquire and see if he'd be interested, because I would love to talk about it and like his experience as even as a community member from the early days in the Eurobricks forums. I find that interesting. So
Sure.
yeah, that I will inquire. But I did want to talk about a little bit what Greg and I finally built this past Saturday. We built the Statue of Liberty architecture set. Jason and Justin, do you guys own this set?
Yes.
Yes.
I do not.
Okay.
I only own the brickheads, unfortunately.
Oh, I see. Jason, did you mod the face for yours, or did you leave it with the Nexo shield?
I did mod it.
Did you mod it like the JK Brickworks?
I sure did.
Okay, so Greg did the same thing, and I got his video pulled up showing the face off so people know what it looks like. I don't like the way it looks. I don't like the way either looks, to be fair.
Literally, right when we started this podcast, I modified it back.
Did you?
I'll tell you why. It looks like a Neanderthal.
That's what I thought. It looks so ridiculous.
Someone commented, and I can't unsee this. I don't know if you've seen those stone pillars on Easter Island, I think it's called, where that is what it looks like. And I remember watching this video in 2018. I was like, dude, that is way better. Like, it had no face, now has a face. But now, as I kind of took my time going through this and making it and putting it on, you could tell in the video, like, my immediate reaction was just like, yeah, I don't know if I like this so much.
I think the Statue of Liberty looks best as a part of like a blurred background to a video, like behind where you are sitting type of thing, where you can't like look at the details of it, but it's there.
Right.
Yeah,
My philosophy on it went from being the guy like ran out of time and just had to slap something on to they probably sat down for an extended period of time and tried to figure out this face and what they could do. And this literally, like, that Nexo Knight shield piece is the best option. I just wish they would have put a print on it with some type of maybe shadow or detail or something. Would have been great.
Really?
Or if you want to go with colors, putting a sticker on it, I think I would have probably been okay with that too.
Having not owned this set, I actually liked that they didn't have printing on it. If it got too detailed, it would look too jarring, I felt like.
But the base is super detailed, the whole body's super detailed. Then that
it
face, you're drawn to the face as like a human. You look at the face and you're just like, where is it?
Ash and Flash should do a whip, like a little mock-up of what it could look like with the print. I'd be curious to see. But you could get a Sharpie, Craig.
Someone on my subreddit did that. They actually
it's
drew
2009.
a smiley face on it.
Oh my god, that's so funny.
It's fixed.
Is there a picture? Is this easily findable on your subreddit? Because that is hilarious.
Oh yeah, I think it should be fine. I have a M&R subreddit on there too, or an M&R post that I did. I'm waiting for people to make some memes of it.
Okay. Oh man, I gotta find this.
Oh god, there's some explicit stuff on there. You may not want to go there.
I'm not sharing it right now. I'm screen sharing.
God.
I don't know what you're looking at, but I have the picture. Justin, I'm gonna send this to you. Use this for the thumbnail, okay? I have it up on the screen now. It looks like Plank from Ed, Edd and Eddy. That's what it looks like. I don't know if any of you guys have watched Ed, Edd and Eddy, but if you have, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. Let me put this in the chat here for you guys to see, just so Justin and Jason can see it. There you go. You can zoom in on that face. That is beautiful. That's hilarious. It looks exactly like Plank. I love that. That's a great one. Okay, maybe
one thing I did notice from JK Brickworks as I was going through and doing the modifications is he didn't like how long the neck was. It's like one plate too high. And I did like that modification, but I'm keeping mine authentic at this point. I looked at both, and a lot of people were saying they hated the new face too, so I went back to the old one, and I kind of agree.
Yeah, it's kind of like a rock and a hard place type situation, and there's nothing to like really fix it, unfortunately.
I think it's the eyebrow situation though, like having those prominent eyebrow, like it's like a 1x2 cheese slope.
Sure.
I think if you just had the nose, because when you think of the Statue of Liberty, you think of a very like strong nose, prominent.
Right.
And I think that would work, but when you have like that Neanderthal forehead, that kind of kills it, I think.
I think the best Lego Statue of Liberty Lego actually did was in the Apocalypse Bird set.
Oh yeah, that one's awesome.
That face was spot on, and I would love to see someone make like a UCS Statue of Liberty.
Oh my god, that'd be
Then
amazing.
Lego did that though. They did the one from like 2000 that's all made out of brick.
Yeah.
I still need to watch Bricksar's video of those compared because I saw the thumbnail. I guess it got recommended to me. I saw a thumbnail. That thing's huge, compared to the other ones. So I don't know.
I still think face and all. I still really love the architecture one. It's just gorgeous. But
the tiling and everything definitely looks really clean. But yeah. I guess our final topic here is some recent Lego buys. What do you guys buy recently? Or get in?
A lot of the new summer sets that I've been wanting, like the Hidden Side Castle.
Oh yeah. Did you get my box today or yesterday?
Oh, I was gonna say, well, yeah, that too. I was building that earlier in the show. That was it.
I drove to Legoland, Florida, to buy a Brickheads. And that was it.
Yeah, well, it was worth it. Thank you so much.
It was a fun. The vlog.
Piece.
I want to say the vlog has done better than the review. like it's pretty wild. Yeah, but yeah, it was a very fun experience. I like doing those types of things.
PLC?
Yeah, we met up to. Yeah.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, we hung out for an hour to buy it and do whatever there.
Okay, cool.
The park was very empty for the most part, so that was
to get in. You could get in just, but do you pay the money and you get it back, or like how does it work if you're going in just to buy stuff?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, so they paid you back the money at the start, or?
Check the chat.
This sounds very sketchy.
Uh-oh. It's a check the chat.
You forget about that, I think.
Oh, yeah.
So,
didn't think about that.
Yeah.
Okay.
But yeah, you can do the shopping 1 hour thing or whatever. And yeah, we were there like 45 minutes before close, so there was no way we'd be late or anything. It wasn't anything to worry about. But yeah. But that.
Do they have anything else interesting?
Not really. I mean, they had some stuff like, I did buy the Lego Gingerbread house, like the little one, like the promo one.
Oh,
I bought a second. I bought a second one just because I don't know. I saw it there and it was $25, and I was like, screw it, I'll buy it.
Are you serious?
Yeah. Do you need one?
No, I had it.
Okay.
That thing's going for mad money on eBay.
I didn't think it was going for mad money. If it was, I might have bought more.
Last time I looked at it, it was like $75, but who knows at this point.
I don't think so.
Pretty much any Lego stuff right now.
I hope not.
Like Bricklink is like sold out of everything.
It's like
Lego's
30.
sold out everything. I tried shopping on Lego just to get that promo for spending $85. I'm like, nah.
You can get one. You can get one right now for $35, free shipping. That
came down.
Yeah, it definitely did. Maybe it goes back up seasonally, but no. Or actually, there's one for $30 free shipping with box damage, of course.
Ouch. But the sold ones, one just sold for. That's not that bad. It's going for like $30 to $40.
Yeah, so
not bad for that. It's a gorgeous.
I saw it there and I was like, I want another one. I don't know why I want another one, but I'll use it as a gift one day or something. It'll be cool for that, you know.
Sure.
So
yeah, Christmas gift.
Just to hold on to. I'm hoping to buy stuff tomorrow, but that is.
Oh
yet to be
wait,
seen.
which gingerbread house are you talking about?
The mini one.
Okay, I was thinking of it's 40139. It's the older one.
No,
there's an older gingerbread house. It's going for $65. I was thinking of that one. 40139.
I think 40337. It was a little far away for me to read, but I think it's the most recent. It's the one from this year or last year that came out.
That's the new one. Yeah, I'm thinking of the old one. I was looking at that one when I was looking for deals, and I was like, wow, that's going for some mad money. But,
yeah, they look similar, but yeah, no, not the older one.
Lego's making gingerbread houses like they're making land speeders these days.
Yeah. So I bought 7 of those brickheads, I want to say, and I sent one out to Justin. I sent one out to a couple friends, Ed and Mike, and then I sent one out to Shy and BFAB, and then Corey got one, and then I got one. It was a lot.
Cool.
I got a lot.
Oh, you hooked all your friends and fam up.
Yeah, I tried. I'm sure there's more. It became a lot, and I was like, I want to get more people but then the lady there had to think I was just scalping them on eBay. Like, she had to think that. There's no way, but it is what it is. I sent them out, and it's all good now. I think everyone should have theirs by now, or maybe tomorrow, because I sent them out Monday. But what else have you guys bought?
I mean, that was it for me.
Yeah,
I went clearance hunting at Walmart. It was very disappointing. I didn't find
anything
on
not
clearance.
really been clearance yet. I don't know what you're looking for.
There's not really anything for sale. Like, it's pretty white clean, and they're probably just like, well, we don't really need to clearance anything out. So
I would also say the summer sets aren't,
they're not there, so
Yeah, there's nothing.
no reason to get rid of the old stuff right now.
Right. Yeah, that's for sure.
Walmart.com has actually had some really great sales. I've been picking up all the hidden side sets for like 40% off.
Really?
Yeah.
Really?
I saw someone saying the train was, I think, $54 or something, which is pretty good.
Oh
train was
no.
I got 7 of them delivered.
Is it sold out right now?
It is sold out now.
You bought them all.
Yeah.
That's the price. I've got 3 more coming.
Oh my goodness.
Swoop life.
You're
No,
part
good
of
for you,
Mountain
man.
Dew
You're gonna have-
builds.
When you're in a lug like that, that's going to be awesome.
Yeah.
I'm gonna keep
Unless
my
you're
eye
just
out on
really
that.
into trains at your house.
Because
They also have a bunch of Marvel on sale. Like basically everything they had on Walmart.com was 25 to 40%.
wow. Huh.
This is gonna
But
be
none of my local stores, like here in the DC area, like no local stores, Walmart, Target, nothing. I mean, they don't even have full shelves. I mean, most of their shelves are mostly empty still. So they're not going to have any sales.
Yeah.
And there's no reason. I mean, it's just, and even we have 5 Lego stores. We're actually getting a 6th one
Oh jeez.
in the DC area. But even the Lego stores are, I mean, it opened up early for curbside, and I've never seen so many people like lined up. Like at the mall, it's like, oh, what are you here for? Well, all these hundreds of cars are actually here for Legos.
Holy crap.
Wow. Huh.
It seems to be that way across a lot of hobbies because there was an article in our newspaper. My wife saw it. I don't read the newspaper. I'm not one of those people. But we have like this local little train hobby shop type thing, and he was talking about how business is booming because people really don't have anything else to do, especially in the last few
Right.
months when everything was kind of locked down. Be like, well, I'm going to start a train collection or whatever. That's kind of cool, I guess.
Yeah, for sure. Very interesting. Very different.
Yeah.
You haven't bought anything crazy, Greg?
Not really, no.
You got the R2D2 finally.
I did, yeah. That was a very generous gift.
Mm-hmm.
I got the Bugatti. That was a couple weeks ago. I think we
Yeah.
talked about that.
I-
And yeah,
I saw the.
I'm just trying to build sets, dude. I'm thankful that we got the Statue of Liberty done. What are we doing next year? Are we making this like a yearly thing?
Yeah, I'm down for that because Summer Saturdays will be back.
Okay.
I want to make that yearly for sure. So we'll do another summer build. I'm sure you probably come on another summer build with more people next time later this year, or in a couple weeks or something.
Yeah, you should do like a
We'll have
group
something
one.
to build. Yeah. Yeah, I've been working on planning stuff out and trying to figure out what I'm gonna build when, other than my skipped week, hopefully. But yeah, anything else you guys need to chat about?
No, I'm good.
Yeah, I'm feeling good.
All right, Jason, where can people find you and follow you?
Basically Instagram. I do have a YouTube channel, but you guys put way too much time and energy and effort into YouTube. It's like every once in a while I get bored and I'll make a YouTube video, but for the most part, that's just so much work.
Yeah, I would say that like at the very least you could upload the once a year, like this is our brick fair layout type of video. Like that would totally be worth it. But yeah, I can see the turn off from it, from wanting, I mean, trying to compete with people who literally live it 24/7. It's tough out here. But yeah, check out Jason on Instagram. I'll link his YouTube as well, and that'll all be down in the description below. This has been Bricks and Bits episode 99, and we'll see you all next week on episode 97. All right.